Thank you very much, Kalere. Good evening, members. My name is Richard Mukoba, the Sacco manager. I want to welcome whoever is on this ProDev who has managed to log in. I know it has been a long day. We're back to into our schools. I know teachers have been on duty, but still you've labored to save some time and come beyond this ProDev hour. Today we are joined by our own, the Secretary of the Sacco, Mr. Lima, who will be actually giving us the updates as far as the AGM that we recently had is concerned. You will note that on 21st of this very month, that is last Saturday, we had our AGM and it was successful. We had a number of things that were discussed, a number of issues, including the budget, including the financials, and many more governance issues that were discussed during the AGM. So, and remember, it was under delegate system, so some of the members were not there. So we thought it wise that we could come back to our usual platform and communicate most of the issues that were really highlighted. Please feel free to ask questions at the end, but I beg that we pay attention because these that were passed are very critical and pertinent to the growth of our Sacco. I want to appreciate whoever is active in the Sacco, that we really are making steady progress. And according to the AGM, everything went on smoothly, and we appreciated the Sacco growth. So without wasting much time, I welcome Mr. Lima, the speaker of the day, to come online and share with us the different stories that transpired. Mr. Lima, over to you. Most welcome.
Hey, thank you very much. Today's moderator and who is also the Sacco manager of Upstu members Sacco. Once again, my name is Lima Edward, the General Secretary for Upstu members Sacco. I once again welcome you and congratulate you for successfully logging on into this call. I'll say good evening, everyone over there. The Sacco members and all the potential Sacco members, meaning those ones who have not yet joined, but you are eligible members of Upstu members Sacco. I know there are some who have not yet joined here because as we are going to see, we are having a membership of now close to 600 members, but the potential membership or the total membership that we are targeting is 15,000 members. So that means we are still having potential members and they are on the call here. I congratulate you upon, first of all, having completed the holidays and now you have embarked on the work, the mandated work of teaching science to the younger generation in Uganda. So I know you are going on well with that service. Yes, for today, as the manager has said, we are going to have updates on the annual general meeting that was held on 21st February 2026. And this happened at the Frigh Hotel at Kikoni. Members, I want to inform you that we had that annual general meeting with several objectives. Objectives including review of Sacco performance for the financial year 2025. Yeah, because your Sacco is doing some activities, actually daily activities, it is carrying on operation. So you have to receive a report of how it performed its duties as far as saving and the credit is concerned. And then it had to also present to you so that you approve the audited financial statements, so that you can be able to see if the financial statements presented by the Sacco management is the true financial position of the Sacco. So that one had to happen. And then to make strategic decisions and resolutions, of course. The strategic decisions are the ones which are now going to help to steer the Sacco in this financial year of 2026. Then also to make or to declare dividends. That was done, and to approve the 2026 budget. So I want to report to you that the Sacco management and the board, in some career, can you first go back? The Sacco management and the board is so pleased that the annual general meeting of 2025, of 2026 was a success. It was successful, and it is so grateful for that. So I'm going to present this report, and it is having a summary of the key matters that was discussed and the resolution that was passed during that AGM. We'll move forward. So first of all, we had the approval of the audited financial statements for 2025. The AGM received and approved the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2021. Of course, this was done by the treasurer, Mr. Dr. Elong Vincent. He presented very well the audited books of accounts. The books of accounts of Upstu members, Sacco, I want to remind you, were audited by a credible auditing company, and everything that was presented was legit. So the members in that AGM were pleased to note that the Sacco had a continued strong performance, highlighted by the following. First of all, I want to remind you, the Sacco manager hinted about this. This year's AGM was based on delegate system, meaning that some members were called upon so that they can be able to represent the others. This was based on the AGM 2023 resolution. The 2023 AGM, in its wisdom, it saw that the Sacco has grown, and by that time it had many members, and up to now the membership has grown, as we are going to see. So there is no way how you could be able, to call all the members to participate in the AGM. That's why it was decided in that AGM of 2023 that the proceeding general conferences will be based on delegate system. And the board was tasked always to come up with the criteria which the delegate system will be based on. This year, the board decided that those people with 100 shares and above be able to represent others in this AGM. I think that is very clear, because I saw some people who were not very clear about that. The board did that, and it was given that mandate by 2023 annual general meeting members. So let us go on. So I was saying that the members were pleased to note that the Sacco's continued strong performance, and it was highlighted by the following. Number one, growth in total assets, reflecting increased member confidence and savings. So you are going to realize that so far, the total assets of the Sacco vis-a-vis the total equity is over 7 billion. So that one is a big credit. Then number two, growth in surplus, demonstrating improved financial sustainability. From the audited books of account, we were able to see that the net surplus for the year 2025 was 96.2 million. So there are very few Saccos which have got that surplus. And also given that this is a Sacco which is just 5 years old, that means 96.2 million as made as a profit. It is a big credit, dear members. Then strengthen the capital base through increase the shareholding and retain the earnings. We are going to see that we have retained the earnings this year, or let us say the retaining earnings of the performance of 2025 was 49.9 million. That is also a big retaining earnings that really deserve credit, and those delegates in that AGM saw that was really a big thing. Then improve the operational efficiency and the loan portfolio management. There are very many strategies which the Sacco staff has put into consideration to make sure that the efficiency of how they run the Sacco, of how they handle the funds, that the efficiency increases. The systems and controls increased. Loan portfolio management increased. The rate at all, the speed at which the loans are given increased. We realized that the number of people having loans increased to 118 members. We realized that the total loan portfolio is now 3.5 billion, and it is efficient in that members are bringing back they are recovering loans efficiently. We are having very few areas. So the Sacco management really deserves the credit for that, as it was seen by the delegates in that AGM. So this growth confirms that the Sacco remains financially stable and continues to provide value to its members. Yes. Another slide. Yes, Rogers. Next slide. Okay. Thank you very much. Moving forward, declaration and approval of dividends. In recognition of the Sacco's good performance, the AGM approved the following: dividends payout of 23% per share. Members, I want to tell you that one of the objectives of this Sacco is to make sure that there is a profit that can be shared amongst its members. That is what we are calling dividends. Of course, as you know, that these dividends are shared according to the number of shares a member is holding. Yes, and this AGM of 2026 declared 23%. That means 23% in explanation means that you are having 2,300 per share. yes, each share is attracted 2,300. You can be able to calculate according to the shares you were having by September 31st. Of course, that was declared, and I want to tell you that the Sacco staff has already distributed even the shares. It has already called the members, telling them how much of the shares they have got. So this time around, we have been so fast. That one also deserves the credit that members have already got their dividends. Of course, those ones who have decided so that their dividends remain as shares, it has been done. Those ones who have decided that their shares remain as savings, that has been done. Those ones who have decided that they want to withdraw it, it has been put on their saving account, and they have already withdrawn. Yes. So the Sacco performance, you can see that one. That one is also showing good Sacco performance. As you are aware, those of you who are on capital markets, you can see what other organizations are giving. Like I'm not going to mention those organizations and the other supports. They are very few. I don't know. I have not seen any organization or any financial institution that is giving 23%. I've not seen it. Most of them are on average of 15%. So really, this Sacco deserves the credit. And this is where now you have something to base on, to campaign that friend of yours, that other member who has not yet joined the Sacco. Yeah, these are some of the things you can tell your friend so that can be able to join the Sacco. So this dividend reflects the Sacco's commitment to rewarding members for their investment and participation. This one, when you buy shares, it becomes like a passive investment. You understand? You just put your money somewhere, and for you be there and do your other things. Gula share or sirike. You buy shares and keep quiet. So it is a passive way of earning. You understand? And it is efficient. It is very efficient. Very few businesses, as you can see, can give you a return of 20%. I think those of you who are in business, you can bear me witness. Yes, Mr. Mkalele, next slide. Yes. Then approval of the 2026 budget. Members, the proposed budget for the year 2026 was presented, discussed, and approved by members. This budget focused on expansion of Sacco services. Like, yes, we intend to bring other loan products and saving products. Yes, because basically the Sacco is about that. Then increase the member mobilization and sensitization. Yeah, part of the expenditure is to go to that vote of moving to several schools so that more members can be mobilized to join their Sacco. Yes, then strengthening loan recovery and portfolio growth. Yes, we need to, because as you could see, I say that we are having total assets of above 7 billions, but we're having a portfolio of 3.5 billions. That means the Sacco is still having money which is waiting to be loaned out. So we are looking forward to strengthening the portfolio growth. So this budget had a vote for that, and also seeing that we recover the loans efficiently. Then improving operational efficiency. Yes, I've partly explained that already. And enhancing member service delivery. That one I've already also explained it. Because if we create more credit products and more saving products, that means we are enhancing member service delivery. So the budget that was read by the treasurer was depicting all that. Yes, next slide. Moving forward, we are having the board and the executive committee resolutions approved. Honorable members there, I want to tell you, or I want to inform you that the executive committee is mandated with the supervising the daily activities of the Sacco. On top of that, also coming up with the resolutions that is those resolutions which are supposed to steer the Sacco forward. That is why you are going to realize that this executive committee, for it does not sit once in a year, just as the AGM is sitting once a year, but it is sitting several times, like once a month. Every month, the executive committee sits to come up with several resolutions so that they can help the Sacco to move forward. So some of those resolutions were presented in that AGM for ratification. Number one, it was about financial and operational management, whereby the executive committee saw it wise to open a new operational account with Post Bank to improve financial management efficiency. That new account in Pearl Bank, Post Bank is now called Pearl Bank, is basically to manage the disbursement of loans. The disbursements of loans, because that is where this financial solution of Wendy is embedded. That Wendy is within Pearl Bank. So that's why we had to open up an account, an operational account in Pearl Bank, so that we can be able to work with Wendy. Then continue the use of Centenary Bank account for loan recovery and portfolio management. So that's why you have had the manager encouraging you or telling you to use the Centenary Bank when you are recovering your loans. This was passed by the Sacco board. Yes. So when you are recovering your loan, you are paying back your loan, you are supposed to use Centenary Bank. Yes, that was done for control of the portfolio, of the loan portfolio. And then insurance of the loan portfolio was done with a credible insurance provider. That it was resolved. Yes, for risky management. Just like this year, last year, 2025, we lost a member of the Sacco, and it is dangerous if you have not insured the loan portfolio. If members maybe continue dying and then becoming handicapped, and you have not insured the loan portfolio. So the board saw it wise to insure the loan portfolio with a credible insurance company. That is the National Insurance Corporation. And then 100 million shillings to be contributed towards the renovation or establishing a Sacco head office. As you are aware that the union bought a building in Makerere, around Makerere. So the union is renovating that building, but there is a part of that building that was given to the Sacco, and it was not in a good state. So the board saw it wise that we get, or we apportion 100 million only to be able to renovate that part that would be used as the Sacco head office. So within around the 3 months, because that activity has already started, innovation is already going on, and within 3 months we shall relocate, and you are going to find us in a very credible head office of the Sacco. Another slide. Then another resolution was about loan management and risk control, whereby we have enforcement of strict loan recovery measures and penalties for defaulters. Yes, the Sacco board has put that resolution that if you default your loan, you are going to incur an extra cost or penalty of 4% per month. That is done not in bad faith, but to encourage you be a good loan manager. Yes. Then another resolution is limiting loan access and guarantee rights for members with the loan defaults. Yes, this one is about if you default a loan, you are going to be limited in the future to access other loans. Yes, and also to guarantee others. So you should be alert. You should be careful. That resolution is already there. So be careful, please. Don't leave a lot of areas. Pay your loan very well so that you can be able to remain with that credibility. Yes, in front of the Sacco. Then restricting members to guarantee a maximum of 2 loan applicants. The board resolved that every member should stop on guaranteeing 2 members to take loans, not more than that. Yes, because we have realized that, guaranteeing becomes like a collateral, whereby in case that person you have guaranteed has not returned the money he or she borrowed, your money can be confiscated. Of course, you should guarantee others. That clause is there, by the way, on those forms you fill. But some of you don't read it. It is there. So the board saw that now, if a member is guaranteeing more than 2 members, or very many members, what if all of them default? Is this going to be able for your shares or your savings to be able to recover those loans of those people you have guaranteed? It might be hard. So that's why we are limiting it to 2 people. Then strengthening adherence to loan approval procedures. Yes, we have systems and controls when dispersing loans. It is not only one person to disperse a loan, but it is there are many people involved, like 7 people. So the board resolved that let the loan committee stick to those systems and controls, because that is intended to make sure that the funds of members are safe, are in safe hands, so that they don't get lost easily. Next slide. And then we are having institutional strengthening and growth. Here we are having facilitating Sacco staff to conducting sensitizations and recruitment drives in schools and regions. I've already talked about that. You are here to see the Sacco staff knocking on the door of your staff room. Those of you have not yet registered, that is to say. Then appointment of Mr. Along Vincent as acting treasurer following the death of Mr. Kemisto Sulaiman. Yes, I said earlier that we lost a member in an accident. Actually, this happened at the end of the special general meeting that we had in May. Yeah, Mr. Kemisto Sulaiman died, who was the treasurer. Actually, he died immediately after that special general meeting that we had in May. So the board co-opted or resolved that the board has mandate to do this, to appoint, to replace a particular position within the board. So it appointed Mr. Elon Vincent to be the acting treasurer. Yes, then strengthening supervisory and the governance function. Yes, so that the Sacco can be supervised very well, as I've been saying. the Sacco staff should be supervised very well. We resolved that the supervisory committee should be empowered, should be given all the tools they need so that it can be able to supervise this Sacco very well. Mr. Rogers, next slide. Then we are having number 5, supervisory committee report. I think here there was some error. This was not supposed to be under board and the executive committee resolutions. So we are having supervisory committee report because in the, as I've earlier said, that we have among the committees in the Sacco, we have supervisory committee. The supervisory committee is the internal auditor of the Sacco, and it is mandated by the bylaws to make sure that it oversees the operations of the Sacco and the current audits about this Sacco. It is doing this on behalf of the members. So the supervisory committee is a second year eye of the members. So you are seeing what is going on in the Sacco through the supervisory committee. This committee is headed by Madam Auma Betty, that lady you are seeing over there. She was reading, or she was presenting the report of the supervisory committee. And the supervisory committee presented its report, which confirmed the following: proper management of the Sacco resources. So it realized during its meetings and supervising the Sacco that all the resources which we are talking about, amounting to over 7 billion, were properly managed. Then compliance with the policies and the procedures. Upstu members Sacco so far is having 7 policies, and the supervisory committee realized that they are properly managed. They are followed to the dot and implemented. And even the procedures I've been talking about for systems and controls, they are also implemented very well. That was realized by the supervisory committee during its investigations along the year 2025. Then improve the accountability and the internal controls. Then I've already explained that members appreciated the supervisory role in protecting their interests. Yes, during the elections of the members commended the work done by the supervisory committee, and they said that the supervisory committee has protected their interests very well. So we really applaud the supervisory committee for that work. Next slide. Technical report from the Sacco manager. Yes, members, I want to tell you that we are having a credible Sacco staff, which is headed by the Sacco manager. Because now we have the Sacco manager, we have an accountant, and we are having the admin assistant, who is also doing the work of loan officer very well. So the Sacco manager presented a detailed operational report recovery as follows. It presented about membership growth. I've already told you that we are over 600 members right now. The loan portfolio performance, I've already told you that there are over 100 members having loans worth a total of 3.5 billion. Then financial growth trends. Yes, I've already talked about that. Operational improvements, the activities, the daily activities have improved so much and they are efficient. Strategic plans for expansion and the service improvement. Yes, there are many strategic plans that the manager presented so that all the members are reached, but also improving the operation of the Sacco. Then members appreciated the progress made and encouraged continued efforts to grow the Sacco. Yes, during the reactions, your delegates, those people that represented you, we applauded the Sacco manager for the report that he presented. They were so happy. Yes, you can even see there the chairperson in a blue coat clapping for the manager, and then the general secretary in a maroon coat clapping for the manager. The people were so appreciative. Now, next slide. Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Mukalele, for magnifying that. Thank you. The one talking there is the manager, Mr. Mukova Richard. Number 7, member resolutions and strategic recommendations. Of course, at the end of it all, we had to have members reacting to all the reports which had been presented, to the chairperson's communication, to all people who talked, to the resolutions presented by the general secretary. So members had to react to all that. And we had the following recommendations from the delegates. This was from the delegates. Members discussed and approved several important strategic improvements, including the following. Number 1, a policy and governance development. Then development of death and beneficiary policy. Now, this was about a member showed the concern that if a member of a Sacco dies, is there a policy to show the fate of his or her shares? So it was resolved that we come up with a death and beneficiary policy, of course, which will show the fate of the shares and all the belongings of a share, belongings of a member after the death of that particular members. Maybe the next of kin, the next of kin takes over his place or her place. Or can we just say that those shares are redeemed? Just redeeming means that the Sacco buys them, and this next of kin maybe takes that money. So what will be the fate? Yes, so we are the body is supposed to come up with such a policy to come up with all that. Then development of accounting manual to strengthen financial management. This accounting manual will be there, of course, to increase the efficiency of the accounting operations. And then continue strengthening of governance and the operational systems. Yes, this one is also about leadership, to make sure that the leadership is well handled, and we have those leaders which can easily connect well with its members. So that one, we are also going to come up with another manual about leadership, which is called a governance manual. So it is the members who asks for that. Yes. Next slide, Mr. Rogers. Then membership growth and outreach. The members also asked that the Sacco sub be deployed to regions for member sensitization, recruitment, and onboarding. Then strengthening member engagement and education. Yes, this is about one of the benefits of Upstu member Sacco is Sacco education, whereby it is mandated to teach its members or train its members about financial management. This is something that lagged behind. Everyone can bear me witness. So in this year, 2026, even the members requested us that we embark on Sacco education. We conduct several workshops. Apart from these workshops, or these programs which we are having on Prodev Hour, because the union gave us this, it always gives us airtime. We applaud the union for this. We are so thankful to the education committee chairperson for always giving us airtime. Right now, this week I was there, and Mr. Rogers called me and told me, let us have a program to update members about the AGM. So we really applaud the union and the education committee for that. But apart from meeting our members on social media, WhatsApp groups, and Prodev, we are supposed, or we are mandated to meet them also physically. So that is something that we are going to do so well this year. Then, shareholding promotion. Revision of the best shareholder of the year selection model. Yes, to recognize members who increase their shareholding significantly during the year, rather than overall shareholding alone. Yeah, among the activities which we had during this AGM was the rewarding and recognition, whereby the best shareholders were rewarded. Actually, the best was Dr. Long Vincent, then followed by the Sacco chairperson, Mr. Kwizera Robert, and then followed by Mr. Dr. Mugaiga Aaron. Yes, they were rewarded by monetary, and even some accolades were given to them to reward them. Me, I was the fourth. But some members complained and said that these people, maybe they have been able to become the best shareholders because they have been paying for shares for so long, over 5 years. So members requested that even the best shareholder within the year should be what? Should be rewarded. Of course, we realize that it is true, and we are going to work on it. We are also going to come up with the other categories of rewarding our members and recognizing them, because there are several other aspects. Even the best saver, the one who has paid for more savings, we are going to be bringing that on board. Then, yes, I think let us go forward. Mr. Rogers, another slide. Then, we're having appreciation to members. The board and management sincerely appreciate all members for their continued trust and confidence in the Sacco. Yes, we applaud you for that. You are really trusting us for steering the Sacco. We always get messages and people are appreciating. That is so encouraging. And we pray that you go on like that, because this is your Sacco, and we are supposed to steer it forward with you. The board cannot do this alone. Then increasing their savings and shareholdings. The savings and shareholdings, as from the Sacco manager's report, had increased. Right now, I want to tell you that we are having a total share capital of 230 millions. Yeah, actually 230.8 millions. That makes total shares of 2,380. So you can just imagine, just in 5 years, we are having shares to a tune of that. So that means the Sacco is doing well, and it cannot do well without you, its members. Then thank you also for participating actively in Sacco governance, and then supporting growth and sustainability of the Sacco. Yes, the board is so appreciative for you, because you are even the one mobilizing members over there to join their Sacco. At this moment, I applaud the regional chairpersons who are regional chairpersons of the union who are acting as the regional ambassadors. We thank you for the work you are doing at the ground, so for seeing that the Sacco membership increases. Thank you very much for that. Next slide, Mr. Mkalele. Way forward, yeah. What are some of the future prospects that the Sacco is having? Number one, following the successful AGM, the Sacco will focus on the following. Number one, implementing approved policies and resolutions. As you can see, in that very meeting, there were some resolutions which were come up with, and then the board resolutions which were also put in place during the year 2025. So the Sacco board is going to implement all those policies and resolutions. Then expanding membership across the regions. Yes, we realize that actually the Sacco manager presented a report about how many members per region, and you could see that regions are not doing well. Yes, there are even regions which are having as low as even 10 members. So we needed to see how we support the regional ambassadors to make sure that the growth, to make sure that there is growth in membership across all the regions. Then strengthening loan recovery and portfolio growth. Then improving operational systems and governance. And then enhancing member returns and service delivery. That is something that we need to embark on to make sure that our members have more service delivery by creating more maybe saving more saving products, more loan products, which can actually fit into the interest of everyone. But also, as we said, embarking on Sacco education and many other things. Even maybe improving the communication, how we are communicating to our members. That is something that we are also supposed to embark on, honorable members. Next slide. Yes, in conclusion, the AGM was a major success and reaffirmed the Sacco's strong financial position and the bright future. The Sacco remains committed to its mission of improving the financial well-being of all members through sustainable growth, prudent financial management, and excellent service delivery. We hereby thank you for your continued support and encourage all members to continue saving, buying shares, and participating actively in the Sacco activities. I send greetings from the Sacco chairperson, Mr. Kwizera Robert, the one who is heading the executive committee. Greetings again from the Sacco staff, headed by Mr. Mkoa Richard. Greetings from the supervisory committee, headed by Madam Betty, and the greetings from the betting committee, headed by Mr. Gideon. I would like to end my presentation here. We go on to question and answer. Now I hand over to the moderator, Mr. Mkoba Richard.
Thank you very much, our speaker, Mr. Lima, for really giving us the insights. You've actually summarized whatever transpired in the AGM. It has been very nice insights, and I want to think that members are enriched with the information that really transpired. It's actually a true picture of what transpired in the AGM. So members, this was good for you, for those of you who did not attend, so that you can get, because whatever was resolved really concerns you, and it was resolved on your behalf. So thank you very much. At this same time, in interest of time, I'll welcome a few questions, but maybe just to check in what happened in the chat box. Someone asked that he has not yet received his dividends. What could be the problem? And I think I've been answering some of the questions that are in that chat. Regarding dividends, effective yesterday, we started posting dividends, the different accounts. You know, members are many, so we are posting one by one. So please feel free to guide us on what you want to do, whether you want to eat your money or you want to buy more shares. You just advise, but we are posting money into the different accounts. I know many of you have received and others have not yet received. Then another one said, in the training of the regional leaders, there was a proposal of a percentage for the regional admin for recruiting members. Has this been part of the budget? Is there any proposal for training the regional admin in handling the Sacco activities? And I think the answer to that, yes, the budget captured all those that you highlighted. How are the resolution and management discussions reaching the regional leadership? Mr. Lima, this goes to you. How are the resolutions and management discussions reaching the regional leadership on the regional ambassadors out of the regional leadership, apart from those invited by the Sacco management? How is this information reaching the regional leadership? Mr. Lima, that is yours. Okay. You can note it down. Yes. Then person said, signing of memorandum of understanding has some issues at the districts. The national leadership should come down to district to speed up the process. Mr. Lima, also this goes to you. It is part of logistics. I've been hearing of some districts that require some funding. Do we have a regional ambassador in Karamoja? It's another question Mr. Lima will attend to. Another one said, hello, Mr. Lima, I am by God requesting about the house we are renovating. Is it bought or offered for facelifting? Is it bought or offered for facelifting? I think here you can tip here. Thanks for the deliberations. By again, what could be the study loan amount? I think, Mr. Lima, you can attend to those. Then as I receive anyone who can also ask a question, we have about 5 minutes to end this session.
Okay, thank you very much. Also, someone here is asking how much is the share. Some good enough, another member has answered. Each share costs 10,000 only. There's also another one. I wish to know where one submits the membership application form after filling it and banking the money. Okay, after filling the membership form, we use technology. First of all, we can use technology. Some members have been sending the membership forms to the Sacco manager. Sacco manager, I request you to share your number here. Or you can send the membership form to me using your WhatsApp. Remember, you send the membership form, but also the bank slip showing that you have paid the membership dues. You can send to the Sacco manager or me or the Sacco chairperson. Yes, but also you can deliver that physically to the Sacco offices located at Ntinda. You slope down between there's a road that slopes down between Shell and Toto. Yeah, you can always give us call for directions, but you can always use you can embrace technology, make sure that everything is solved. Since even we are science teachers, technology should not be hard for us. Yes, somebody said that they have not yet received the dividends. I think the manager, as he noted that, is going to reach out to you tomorrow. I think it was an oversight, but most of the people have been reached out to. Then somebody was asking, was the house for renovation we are talking about bought or what? Yes, I want to tell you that this house we are talking about, which is going to be the science, and project house, it was bought by the union. Yes, it was bought by the union. That means you as a union member, it directly means that you are the one who bought it. But it was not, however much it is in the city, in Makerere, but it needs to be renovated a little bit. You understand? So the union is going to renovate part of that building, which is going to be used as union offices. You understand? But at the same time, we are raiding Well, the Sacco is still young, and it is a child of the union. This Sacco was born by the union, so it is still riding on the union. Yes, so that's why the union gave us part of that building to be used as the Sacco offices. But we can't use it when it is not renovated. That's why we apportioned some amount of money to renovate that part, which is going to be used for the what? For Sacco offices. Yes, I think, Mr. Waiga, let me hope that I've been clear there. Then somebody was saying that we have a Sacco ambassador, Sacco regional ambassador in Karamoja. Yes, we are having a regional ambassador in Karamoja. Let me check the name here, and I'll be able to give it to you. Or if somebody is on here and can recognize the name, or if that Sacco ambassador is here, can be able to put up the hand and say something, or write your name in the chat. Then how are resolutions reaching regional leadership? Yes, like I told you, that the Sacco is still riding on the union, and the union has structures up to the last member of the union. So I believe we are going to trade on the same structure to be able to reach all the members. But if you say that the regional leadership, I doubt if there is any regional leader who doesn't have the information right now. First of all the regional ambassadors had over 100 shares, so they all attended the AGM. So we are there. That means they already carried the information and all the resolutions. Secondly, the Sacco printed these books, and I'm very sure every regional chairperson went back with a copy. Even other copies are still there at the Sacco offices. So you, as a person actually who has said that, how will that information reach? You can even come for a copy here from the head office. But I know, just go right now or tomorrow to the regional offices. They already have the information. But also, we are in touch with the regional admin assistants. There is a group that was created, a WhatsApp group, and the Sacco manager and the entire Sacco staff is in touch with those admin assistants. So my friend, they have good information about the AGM. Then somebody said that is there funding for distributing MOUs. Yes, we are trying to handle this. Though of course, Sacco is business, and it is handling funds, which funds have to be handled strategically well. So at first we had said that let us not put the funds of the Sacco into distributing MOUs, and we have said that we ride on the union structures as I've been explaining. So that's what we are having so far. But if there are some issues, maybe, and the region cannot be able, the union regional structures cannot be able to fund distribution, then you can be able to come to us, reach out to the Sacco chairperson, the Sacco secretary, and then the Sacco manager to see what we can do. Yes, thank you very much. I hand over back to the moderator so that we can be able to get some people online. I see some people raising their hands.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rima. You've really highlighted the points. I had Mr. Mtoji's hand up. I think it's now down. I don't have anyone's hand that is up. So that means you've satisfactorily responded to all the concerns that were pointed out.
Dr. Deo is also raising again.
Mr. Mtoji, you can share your concern. Please ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much. Mine looks like not to be a question. I've heard you talking about the deployment of Sacco staff to the regions, which is a good idea. we had been lacking information. I'm from Western region. I feel if the Sacco could work with the union, let them provide for us the manuals for the Sacco to every school so that we can have details about the Sacco to increase the membership. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. In that regard, we are still working out on a manual book that will be shared with every region. So probably very soon it will be out as we make our sensitization in the different regions. Otherwise, that is catered for already. I don't see any other person. Okay. Mr. Dale, your hand is up. Please unmute and talk to us.
Okay.
Amen.
Okay. Thank you so much, team, for the good work done. I hope my network is clear. I'm in a very good place. I'd like to start by emphasizing the point raised by the previous member. In my experience, there is quite a number of people who would like to join the circle, but the problem is that some information is lacking. And you never know which information is lacking until the person you're trying to convince asks you that kind of question that they really want to know about. I've put there some two questions which have been asked by a member some about 4 months ago. One is, how can one know that a certain district local government is now having a memorandum of association or operating with the Sacco so that they can take those salary loans? Then question number 2 was about the early loan repayment system. How does that work in this Sacco? Is it acceptable? Do we also have such an arrangement? And could you briefly hint or guide on how it works in this Sacco? Thank you so much. That is what I had.
Thank you, Dr. Dale. If I'm to respond to this question, I'll start with the last one. Early loan payment closure, if I've understood you, it is when someone is running a loan and they want to pay it off before maturity. That is early payment closure of a loan. That is very much allowed, and for that matter, you waive off the interest you will have paid for the entire loan period. So you save on the interest. So it benefits the member so much. Whereas the Sacco might want you to push your loan to the end so that it benefits, but where you say you want to close the loan before time, we welcome you and we shall not penalize you for that. As far as MOs are concerned, yes, like I said, we can use the regional leaders who can advise you whether the MOU for that particular vote has been signed. However, very soon we shall publish a list of MOUs. Actually, next week we shall publish a list of MOUs that have been signed to this group. So I take it upon me to share that next week for update. I think I've responded to your queries. Otherwise, as far as information is concerned, yes, the biggest budget. We allocated the big budget for sensitizations, the regions this year that appeared in the budget. So rest assured, we shall disseminate information in different regions. Thank you. Members, I think we almost, okay, let me allow Mr. Aliku lastly.
Yes, Mr. Richard.
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Lima.
let us first take on Alison.
Okay.
Yes, good evening, members.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Aliku.
Yes, I appreciate so much the manager and the secretary for deliberating on what transpired during the meeting. Mine is about the MOU, still within the MOU, because last week I was able to recruit one person, and my arrangement with the district was our people. We are very far from Kampala. Again, we are still very far from the regional headquarters. And my aim of signing this and to engage the district was so that the members would benefit without going to Kampala, and they access the loans. To my dismay, there's a member who was recruited last week who have been battling with the human resource officer on HCM and is wanted to apply so that he could get immediately this loan approved. So about the MOUs, is there any way that the management of Sacco can talk directly or through the regional ambassadors to these districts, particularly the human resource officers, to help an individual who has been recruited and so that he can access these loans?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Aliku. There is we are going to respond to that. There is a one, Ojala Geoffrey, I think we can end with you. You are regional ambassador. We cannot leave you out. Regional ambassador from Achol region. Can you please talk to the members?
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Ojala.
Secretary Nojima Edward. I want to say that the Sacco is doing well, but the internal mechanism put to safeguard the Sacco loan borrowing might in the long run become an issue as competitors are trying to revise their, for example, I want to say, like other banks have revised their the length of the of their what of the period,
Loan period.
the loan period. There is one bank that moved from 7 to 10, and for us we have restricted to 4. That gives us no competitive ground. I would wish you look into it, because it is one way that will make others see as if it is not feasible on their side. Otherwise, we believe this year should be a year that we shall push the Sacco to another level. I thank you for the day.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ojala Ojizi, yeah, for reaching out to us for your concern. Of course, I also remember you attended the AGM and you talked about that issue. But I want to remind you that any organization must have rules and regulations, of course, meant to make sure that it reduces risks, as you say. Though your concern is that those systems and controls might now hinder growth, or it may hinder the members from getting the services. I want to assure you, Mr. Ojala, that the controls are there, but we are also flexible and lenient. And I think you know, especially about the issue of the guarantors being maybe restricted to 2. When I talk about that, not being strict or being lenient, I know what we are. What I know, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, sometimes we are loose. You understand, so that a member is not denied from getting the services. So I request the members, all the Sacco members over there, don't hesitate to reach out to us, to reach out to the Sacco manager for any concern you are having. Even when your request is not fitting into the Sacco policies, you air it out. I never know, we can advise and see how we can move forward. Because this is your Sacco. It is supposed to serve you against all odds. Yeah, yes, about the issue of loan period, especially salary, we so far extended it to 4 years. But still, as I'm saying, that there is that flexibility. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. We can, especially depending on your how you have been working for the Sacco, how you have been obedient, how you have been recovering your prior loans. All that one leads the leaders to be flexible in one way or the other. Yes, Mr. Aliku was wondering how the Sacco staff is supporting distribution of MOUs. This one is done, has been done, trust me not, as the manager has already talked about that. Yeah, we are supporting, and I also talked about it. Yeah, let the regional ambassadors reach out to us. We are ready to support. Yes. Okay. I don't know now because there are some questions from the chat, like for participating in the AGM, but somebody answered that already. Then somebody is also talking about publishing regional representatives. That is something that we are going to do. Manager, I hand over to you so that you can close today's session.
Thank you very much, Mr. Loima, for really clearing whatever has been asked. It has been a nice session, and in the interest of time, it is 9:22. I want to close this meeting at this point, and in case of any concern that is not addressed here, please feel free to contact us on our numbers, including the executive members. We are always available for support. Thank you very much, people, for sparing time to be on this project tonight. I want to wish you a good night together with your family. Bye for now.
Okay, good night. Bye-bye.